Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today I want to talk about The Walking Dead Season 7. Now, if you look at Dwight here in the little teaser, why did he stop and get off the bike? I mean, why? Does he know these people? Does he know them? Is he looking for them? Because this might be close to the same scene where he's hunting somebody. So he might be out on the road hunting that one guy we see him pull a gun on, and this takes place before that. Is that a possibility? He pulls up next to this truck here. It looks like there was a car accident, and either walkers were thrown off the bridge or walkers were thrown from a car accident and they died. Now this is where it gets a little problematic, and I'm really curious to find out what happened here, because recently in Fear the Walking Dead, walkers fell out of a friggin' hotel, splat, and then they got right back up. One walker has a broken arm, but there's nothing wrong with their legs, and they're just reaching. They're not getting up, they're not walking, so it's getting problematic here because, you know, if you could tell me a walker can fall off a hotel, but these can't for some reason because they broke their legs, I don't know, that's silly. But for whatever reason, Dwight must know these people, I'm guessing, or they're blocking a road or something, because he stops pushing the bike, and then he gets off the bike and he goes over to kill one, and that's when the teaser stops. Well, I believe he goes over to kill one, and either another one falls from the roof and splats next to him, or the bridge, or someone comes from the bushes or around the car. But I believe this other really creepy walker grabs him here and tackles him right where he got off his bike. If you look, it looks like basically the same area he's standing. Look at this image here. He's about to park his bike. To the left you see the tire of the upside down car, so this walker could actually come from around the car and grab him. If you look behind in the image to the top left, you can see the three pillars, or at least the pillars there of the bridge. If you look to the right now, you can see the pillars. This is literally the same area, identical area, slightly different camera shot, and back there in this image you can actually see the part of the truck he went around in the very beginning. So he's a good distance away. When he first pulls up, he's looking to the right and to the left, and he sees a bunch of walkers. Now this could just be a placement of the camera angle, throwing it off a bit, but that walker in the background should be the one with her arm snapped in half, but it's not. For right now, it appears there's definitely some serious inconsistencies with that. Here's another image I want to throw here just to show you where he will stop. See the wreckage there? That's where he's going to stop and get off his bike, and you can see to the right he gets tackled, and I'm assuming this walker that tackles him, you know, comes around that car. Another thing I do want to point out, here's a new image with Dwight. Basically, I want you guys to keep an eye on Dwight's clothing. I think this is very interesting because it appears that he's changing his outfit more than anybody, which means he might get a lot more shine or spotlight than a lot of characters in this first half. Now, if he's also getting some flashback footage, it doesn't have to just be flashing back before Daryl, as far as Dwight's life is concerned, what happened to him, how did he get captured, how did he get burnt. I don't want to see any of that. I'm talking about the flashback material they're showing where he's apparently chasing down somebody, he's shooting at another person, he also pulls a gun out and threatens them, he has a little cut on his head. Some of that, I'm hoping it's not a flashback because his hair is clearly longer than it was back then. His hair is ridiculously too long, so I'm hoping this is well after the season finale, and I'm hoping that's actually current, you know, time, present time. So it's very interesting because there's a lot going on. It might be a part of the story to show us some of the inner workings. So if that is a part of one of the episodes that is Negan and the Savior centric, that would explain it. That might explain a lot about how they handle things, you know what I mean? And then he has Daryl's crossbow. So he still has Daryl's crossbow for fans that were curious about that. So keep an eye on his outfits. It changes a lot, so it gives me hope that he's going to be the main focus for a little bit, at least, when it's concerning the Savior's storyline. And I'm really excited about that. I love Dwight in the comics. I think Austin Emilio, if that's how you pronounce his last name, I think he's doing a fantastic job as Dwight, and I can't wait to see more from that character. I think it's interesting what his story entails and what it'll do. Like, fans who have no idea what's coming hate Dwight's guts. You know, they hate his guts right now, and I can't wait to see what happens later on, if he can turn that around and if fans can start sympathizing with his cause. Anyway, that's enough about Dwight. Just keep an eye on that little bastard, because I think he's going to get a lot of attention, and you could probably use his different outfits to piece together his storyline and make a prediction. Let's take a look at Tara. I just want to throw this in here because I didn't notice this at first. I thought it was a knife she was holding, but it appears she's holding a spear. Now this is interesting because a lot of fans are thinking she is far, far, far away from everybody right now. Her and Heath are far away from everybody, but what if she's actually closer to the kingdom or the hilltop and she manages to find a spear? Now she could actually help somebody from the kingdom or the hilltop. Someone from a different community could have ran into another mini bad community out in the woods, and I already showed you guys, I think they're hiding in camouflage tents in the woods, this new group of people. What if Tara and Heath are able to help some of the kingdom men, or let's say it's one or two people, and they bring them back? That would also help to unite the communities. Now there has to be a reason and a purpose, I feel, to make her and Heath's stories bigger. Now one of those reasons could be they're killing Heath off. Heath did get some more gigs on another show called 24, and I do know they could definitely do multiple projects, so that could be nothing or it can mean everything. Now with the constant death surrounding Tara, let's say it is Glenn who dies. Let's say she gets back and finds out not only Glenn died, but Denise is dead as well. She has been losing people since we've known her in this story. She lost her father, her sister. She continually loses people. She lost a girlfriend who was cute, but she was a bitch, you know? She was a mean little bitch. Anyway, so she's losing everybody. So this might be an attempt to pad her story, give her story a little bit more meaning and purpose before they kill her off in season 8. If they go the direction I think they're going to go, she will become a badass and eventually die during a war or a battle with Negan in season 8. I'm looking forward to that. I think that would be a pretty cool transition. I love seeing a story about a character who starts out so different. It doesn't always have to be, shy and then badass. It doesn't always have to be that level. I just love seeing characters develop over the course of the time on the series. I think that's interesting. But you give me your thoughts and opinions about Dwight, everything surrounding him. Dwight, Daryl, the burn-faced Negan, his clothes, what happens with him out on the road. What's the reason for that? What's going to happen with Tara? Is she running into a different community? Is she running into a new community? Some people from the kingdom, the hilltop? Is she running into good guys, bad guys, maybe good guys that appear to be bad guys at first? Or is that just something they're going to pad the story with, get us loving Tara so they can finally kill her off? You guys let me know what you think about all of that. Maybe you have some fresh new ideas and you want to share those down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.